Hey guys, we're back again here with Nathaniel Hunt here at his business and Trinity Martial Arts Academy, and I can't wait for you to hear the rest of his story. Last time we talked about him growing up in his family, his four boys, lots of holes in the walls, but they got repaired, okay? His mom and dad really pouring into him, and we found out not only are you a martial artist, but you're also an artist in terms of music, which is a beautiful thing. And but I want to talk a little bit more about, the part of your story leading up to the business. This is around the time I met you. I'll never forget, it was a pizza place right over the way we met. And I'm like, he's 18 years old, he's gonna open a business, you know? And I'm saying, what? There must be something special here. So take us back to, part of your story leading up to when you want to open this, because that had to be nerve-wracking.
It was, yes.
So what led you to say, I want to do this versus maybe just go take a good job somewhere?
So I remember years and years ago, my mom, dad, and I, we were at a Walmart. I was probably 14, and at this point, I'm just in love with the martial arts, and really, I'm just living the lifestyle. And I tell both of my parents, I'm like, Mom, Dad, I just wanted to share with you both that I want to pursue a martial arts business for my career. And then they initially said, that's amazing, Nathaniel. They said, we're going to support you. This is great. These are the things you have to keep in mind, because my dad, he in his past operated like a part-time martial arts program in business as well. And I saw him do that, which really, really inspired me. Mm-hmm. And so talked to them about that. They said, we're here to support you. And so that's kind of the first start where went deep into my business education as well, and just learning that as well. And kind of since then, lots of mile markers.
You were 14 years old. I'm tripping over that. So you're 14 years old, you had a crystal clear vision, this is what I want to do. Was it because of your instructor and you wanted to model your life after him, or was it you were attracted by the business side of things, or is it just, yeah.
So there's multiple influences. My dad as well, he really got me into the martial arts, and at this point I'd done a number of competitions as well, and met so many amazing people. So I thought to myself, man, this is what I want to be doing with my life, because this community is so great, and I want to pour into it and help introduce others to the martial arts as it was introduced to me, and give them that same blessing that it has been to me. And so it came from my dad, my mom also, and then also my instructor, John Simons, as well. A very high-level black belt who opened his school at 16 years old, so I was actually a little bit behind him. So,
so he started his at 16 years old.
Yes.
Okay, so it was in your mind, well, I can do that. If he did it, I can do it.
Yes, and that's what really inspired me to get the idea.
What did your mom think of this? I mean, I know she probably wanted to encourage you. She didn't want to discourage you. Right. But what was her feelings about it? Did she ever talk to you about that one-on-one?
She did. She did. So initially at the time, she said, "I'm very happy for you, Nathaniel. We'll support you in any way that we can." But she said, remember. She said, don't spend too much money. She said, keep your expenses low when you start, so that way as you're getting your start and getting your new clients, you're not breaking the bank, and that way you can have your start and get the process of the business and not have to stress yourself out and rush through things. And so I'm thankful for that advice. Actually, it helped me.
So you actually graduated from high school already?
I did. So actually, in 2018 is when I graduated, so that was the year that I graduated. And December of that same year was when we opened the academy.
Opened the academy. So, wow, that's amazing. I think back to when I was 18, and I know my mind was nowhere near where I needed to be to live an adult life, let alone run a business and everything. And you had a lot of help though. Did you have a lot of help from other people to start the business, or?
Yes, my dad primarily. I had a great group where I met Charles, actually, across the street. Just a ton of great business people that were pouring into me, that gave me, this is actually where my first couple of students came from, was that group.
So one of the things that was obvious about you when I first met you is here's a person who's, I guess the word I would use is coachable. Not blindly following anyone. But you always ask good questions, and then you would take the material you got and I can say you digest it and you'll come back. And so, do you think you got that from karate? Just learning how to be a good student, to be coachable and things like that, or is that just what you got from your dad? Or
Yes, well, I had to get better
Okay.
at martial arts. So,
Okay.
jiu-jitsu, it's a very humbling thing. I remember when I was very, very young, thinking I was the best, thinking I was great, and then all of a sudden, a young girl would just like choke me out or put me in an armbar
A
position.
girl?
Yes.
Now that's humbling.
Yes. So
my
really
wife does that to me all the time.
So I was humbled so much, and I'm just like, I had the thought like, it's not how big or strong you are, it's how well studied you are. And so I had that shown to me at a very young age. So I saw the importance of, really studying the martial art, really getting the principles down of how to be successful on the mat. And that same mindset and same development that I had on the mat, I brought to other areas in my life too. So it's a blessing and really helped me a lot.
So it had kind of a trick of what they call that, a rippling effect.
Yes, absolutely.
So sometimes I talk to a lot of business owners, as you may well imagine. A lot of them, I would even venture to say most of them, if you really spend time with them and you get to know them, there's a reason, there's a catalyst, there's something that says, okay, all this is in my mind, I'm thinking about, yes, this is a nice thing, but then something happens and boom, it's like an explosion. And that's their why behind doing the business, because that's what you need to get you through the tough times.
Right. Yes.
Are you at that stage in your life right now, looking at your business, you can point to what that was? Yeah, I'm assuming you have that?
Yes, I do, most definitely. So, 2015, my mom did pass away. So, she was the kind of rock of my entire life, just especially being homeschooled, just spending all that time with her. And I can just remember the conversations that we'd have about my life and my future, and how the martial arts and the business was a big desire of mine. And she really encouraged me in that direction. And so, especially with her passing, I said, you know what, I want to start this business and keep this business going, to be able to honor her and give her an opportunity to look down from heaven and smile at what's happened and the legacy that she left. So that's really the mark in the sand that really,
we're gonna make this work.
Yes, 100%. That really gave me that push that I needed. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. I told you something special in this place, guys. So next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to talk more about the business itself. Maybe what the philosophy is. Maybe what is it like to run a business like this, and maybe we can pull out some of the things that will translate to other types of businesses, because we are on the scene. See you next time.